Alright, doing the event again. Each event. Come on, Ice Bombard. 10 more. 10 more vouchers. Unless we got more vouchers to buy stuff from the event, alright. I like the event outfit. The summer outfit was pretty sick. Buy some Storm Tracers because these are pretty fun to use. And then let's buy some Flame Tracers too. Buy some Flame Tracers as well. And then buy some Serpent Tracers. Is there any other shop, or is that the only shop for the... Do you sell anything? No? For the ammo, do you sell anything? Assuming the shoot's the only one that sells anything here. Danian Sparkler. Okay. We got these already. What's the pinwheel? Spinning firework popular before Ace. Okay. So these are like fireworks that you can use, right? The only thing I don't have in here is the fireworks. Let's buy the rest of the fireworks then. Might as well. Let's use these fireworks. Oh, that's pretty sick. Haha, that's pretty cool. That's a sparkler. What about this one? The Bombard Blue? Okay. Boom. What about this pinwheel? What's the pinwheel do? Oh, those are cool. that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's freaking cool. Look at my pinwheels. Oh, that's a green one, right? Yeah, that's the Gridanian one. That's the Serpent Tracer. What's the Serpent Tracer? Oh, what's that? Flame Tracer? Oh well, that's the event. So we're done with the event, so let's get out of here. Also, I don't know if you've seen. I don't think I showed it, but I got a polar bear from this event. And I have a polar bear mount as well, which is pretty sick. And it's a flying bear too, so yeah, that's even better. Alright. Another Ice Bombard. Let's kill that boss and get some more rewards. No, then. Shit, move out the way. shit, move out of the way, move out of the way, move out of the way. Alright, well, let's go. Welcome back. Word of your momentous encounter with Lord Rama precedes you. I would fain share news of mine own, but Eringer's discovery must take precedence. Upon witnessing your defeat of Lord Levin, our learned companion was struck with a profound insight regarding the nature of ashes. Let us assemble and discuss his observation. Sure.
If everyone is ready, let us begin.
If everyone is ready, let us begin.
Urianger, the floor is yours.
Oh, okay. Can I dance on the floor? I'ma dance on the floor. No? Okay, never mind. Oh, sorry guys, I was just at a summer festival. Don't mind the costume.
In its final hours as our order's headquarters, the waking sands did play host to a most unexpected visitor. I speak of the Ascian clad in white, Elidibus.
Elidibus, okay.
Unwelcome though his presence was, his words that day did serve to confirm a truth long suspected, that the Ascians are eternal beings, to whom physical destruction is as a temporary inconvenience.
In the intervening time, Urianger and I have striven to discover a means by which the Ascians might more permanently be slain.
And 'tis my belief that we have found the thread that will allow us to unravel the twisted skein of their existence. In the moments prior to Leviathan's most recent manifestation, the Sahagin elder who summoned him was observed to undergo some manner of ascension. The etheric readings taken by Y'shtola at the time of this transfiguration have proven most enlightening.
The disruption to the flow of ether was sudden and dramatic. So tangible was the agitation, I scarce had need of my goggles.
The significance of Y'shtola's readings might better be understood in the context of mine own, taken at the instant of the Lord of Levin's demise. Unlike the primal, the Sahagin was not subject to etheric dissipation.
Before discussing our new discoveries, it may benefit us all to recall what we know of etheric behavior. Let us begin at what some might call the end. When we who dwell in the material realm die, our spirits dissolve into the flow of ether and are returned to the ethereal realm. In turn, the restless energy which suffuses that plane streams back into our world, giving rise to new life.
"'Tis as the heavens did decree, the way of all mortal souls. Betwixt this world and the next do the ethereal currents swirl, bearing the very essence of life. Thus doth the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continue unabated.
Primals behave somewhat differently. In order to manifest and then maintain a physical presence in this realm, they must consume vast quantities of ether, most often in the form of crystals. Though they may seem to live, their flesh is but ether given shape. Thus, a defeated primal leaves behind no broken corpse. Rather, the essence of its form seeps back into the land whence it came, and the energy of its shattered spirit is called back to the ethereal realm.
And there it waiteth, till next the prayers of the faithful do draw it forth from the sea of ether, to take their offering of crystals and make for itself a new body.
Which brings us on to the third group, the so-called immortals. They exist in a manner all their own.
Quite. Even as the Sahagin Elder fell to the Admiral's musket shot, I witnessed the release of an ethereal cloud, which immediately took possession of a nearby minion.
A soul that dissipateth not upon the death of the flesh.
The secret of life everlasting, and in the claws of a Sahagin no less. But I wonder, what would happen to one of these obstinate spirits, should there be no suitable host for it to claim?
If mortal death entails a return to the ethereal realm, it seems doubtful that the soul of an immortal would venture there.
Nay, it merely withdraweth a distance, unto the shore of the ethereal sea, perchance, but no further.
Yes, it exists in neither this realm nor the next, abiding instead in the space that lies between them. The Ascians took control of Thancred by means of a crystal of darkness, an artifact which, if our theories are correct, serves as a gateway to the place I have just described.
I was hoping people had forgotten about that.
I am sorry, my friend.
For a mercy, the weary road of our research hath brought us unto an answer.
The Sahagin ascended to an immortal state, but he did not possess a crystal of darkness through which to flee this realm. Thus was he consumed by Leviathan. If we could entrap the spirits of defeated Ascians in like manner, and thereby deny them resurrection,
Therein lieth the path to victory. Thou art most perceptive, my lady. Only when we have trapped the bodiless soul within an ethereal prison can we hope to defeat its unnatural constancy. Thus might even an eternal paragon be consigned to oblivion.
These feats are, of course, far easier said than done. At present, we lack a viable means to entrap and extinguish an Ascian soul. Yet, I believe it to be possible. The pieces of the puzzle lie before us. We have but to put them together.
I will depart at once to convene with the sages of Sharlayan. Together shall we divine the steps by which our goals may be achieved.
I have the utmost faith in you, Archon.
Beg pardon, antecedent, but I would raise one final matter. Even now, a Sharlayan survey party seeketh to ascertain the fate of the students of Baldessian. Their findings shall soon be known to us. Though you harbor feelings of dread, I bid you surrender not to sorrow, but abide instead in hopeful prayer.
I shall, Archon. Thank you.
The Lord of Levin has returned to the Aether as we levelled him before him. Ramu's acquaintances was most intriguing. Infernal Vortex Crab, Whirl, and Levin all now have been humbled by the Bringer of Light. The limitless potential of man, idol and servant, grows mightier by the day. She prospers as great cost to her mistress, whose strength is too finite. 7 times have the masses survived the rejoining, but their souls are grown weak and worn. Yet even as it enervates, the Aether empowers our master. All that remains is to nurture the strength of the gifted to forge the final key. And that is the task to which we bend our every effort. For you, Alabria, divine seas were ever wont to quicken in yours as fertile souls. We need only to lead men to the field, and by their eager hands shall a new deity arise. That which was shattered shall be made anew, and the one true God shall come again. Minfila has some correspondence wishes to share with you. Alright. Now, the matter Ramu has for recent been put to rest. There's something I would show you. Sure. Well, this thing? It's a letter of thanks signed by the leaders of yours in Alliance, acknowledging the Scion's tireless service to the realm. Good. It mentions particularly the names of all the defeated Primal, Ifrit, Titan, Garuda, Good King Mughal, Leviathan, and now Ramu. Needless to say, there is only one among our number to have faced them all. Yes, me. I defeated them all, because I'm a professional. Get it? I'm a pro, so of course. And though these words of gratitude were addressed to our order as a whole, I feel that they were meant for you above all others. I too must offer my heartful thanks for all of you have done. In the course of your duties, you have never once felt answered to call to arms. You are a true hero, and Yorza is that much safer for your presence. Pray do not misunderstand me. I said safer, not safe. I know only too well that we can ill afford to lower our guard. The Ascians may be relied upon to sow chaos in this realm until such time as they are forced to stop. Why, even without their encouragement, you may be assured that man would foment strife on his own, and that is to say nothing of the beast tribes. Unless we learn to live in harmony, the primals too will return to plague us again and again and again. Yet, despite all of this, your deeds serve to inspire the people, to give them hope for a better tomorrow, and there's no greater gift. That we have courage to strive for what might otherwise seem as impossible peace. We owe in no small part to the dangers you have faced on our behalf, and the people you have won over to our cause in doing so. Our list of enemies has ever been long, but think of the allies with whom we are now blessed. Oh, the self-level solace who wish not the conflict. Of Alice who strive to unearth the terrible secrets of calamity. And then there's Sid and the Fellowship of Noah, racing along the mysteries of ancient Alag, that we might be spared the horror of another Ultima weapon. Of course, when speaking of our greatest allies, we must not forget those closest to us, by which I mean our fellow Scions. Thanks to their many varied talents, our order is uniquely equipped to combat the far-reaching corruption of the Ashes. In combat we shall. Your enthusiasm is truly heartwarming and testament given our embarrassing wealth of allies. I trust it will not inconvenience you undoubtedly if I absent myself for a time. Oh, it's Alphinaud. Alphinaud, I take it the troubles in Ulda no longer require your attention? There are yet some rumblings of discontent, but the air of simmering violence is largely dissipated. This to reports such that I stand before you now. That and to speak with you concerning the new organization we discussed. And I have a message for you. You recall the refugee, the one whose parents were missing? They were found unarmed. She wished me to pass on her thanks to you. Why, Alphinaud, am I to understand that you have the effort to remember the poor girl's name? I look forward to reading all about her in your report. I do hope you left nothing out. You have been away from Revenant's Toll for some time now, I believe. Might I suggest that you put the affairs of the realm to one side for the moment and take this opportunity to acquaint yourself with the town? Which reminds me, one of the damned children recently inquired as to your whereabouts. Yozen was his name. I believe he was some small matter he wishes to share with you. Why not oblige him a visit? Sure. I can go visit. Gotta go speak with Yozen. Let's go talk to Yozen. Oops. Hello, Yozen. Look, it's Patios, back from an adventure. We heard you were off fighting primals and that they were some of the strongest enemies you could ever face. I wish I could have seen the battle. Anyway, we all want to be heroes too, so we finally formed our very own Adventurers Guild to protect all the domens. Well, do you think you could train us today? Maybe you could show us how you fought the primal? What's with all the commotion then? Mr. Boulder, Mr. Colnet, did you know that Pat is back? Yeah, I'm right here. So it would seem, welcome. My companion and I but recently became full members of Scions, and I believe proper introductions have yet to be made. I'm known as Hoary Boulder, and this bookish fellow is Coltonet. Though we remain largely unproven as adventurers, we have taken it upon ourselves to instruct the Doman younglings in the arts of combat. I told you, Mr. Boulder, we are not younglings anymore, we are adventurers. And we were just asking, could you have such training? I think they were ready to hunt monsters alongside her, don't you? Well, you're certainly been diligent with your drills, but I'm afraid the fiends of Mordona are still ever so slightly too dangerous for you. I have a counter-proposal. What if I were to cross swords with Patios, demonstration of skills at arms, if you will? Alright, if you didn't know better, and I do, I'd say you were merely seeking to test yourself against a legend. Well, mayhaps I am, but what matters is the motive when the children stand to learn so much from the lesson. What say you? Would you consent to spar with me? I would wreck you. You would not win. You would lose pretty quickly. Tournament, yeah, sure. Let's go. Tournament. Do not try to disappoint them, huh? Yeah, sure. Have faith, Continent. I shall summon every last ounce of my strength to make of this worthy contest. Field to the east of town should prove suitable for our purpose. I very much look forward to our bout. Sure, we can do that. East of Revenant's Toll, so just outside, alright. We're gonna go meet him there. Alright, looks like the raid is starting for the second coil of Bahamut turn 2. So, hopefully we don't die. Hopefully we don't wipe. Hopefully it doesn't take us hours to beat this. That armor, no, it couldn't be. Been on your guard, though it defies all reason that you should live. I know of only one who wears such armor. He whom the Empire raises high of the Black Wolf himself, the legend, the 7th Legion. I speak of Madman who brought Meteor Project to fruition. We faced the White Raven, Nail Van Jarnis, Harbinger of the 7th Umbral Era. Oh shit, so he's the one that summoned Bahamut? Nail Van Darnus? Ah, that was the name of the fool who perished upon the eve of the promised Age of Glory. It should not be uttered within these hallowed halls. Out of love for his loyal servant, the one true deity named Nail Dust Darnus. The one true deity? Bahamut. He speaks of Bahamut? O Lord Bahamut, thy name as sweet of water to parched lips, how my heart swells at sacred touch. So he's a troll of Bahamut then. This blessed sanctum is the domain of my God and his beloved children. Seek to defile this glory and he will answer to me. Okay. Where did you jump to? All the way down there? Okay. This looks dangerous. Whatever the truth of the matter, we must be on our guard. There can be no other reason we're the worshippers of a primal. Alright, I'm ready. I'm ready. So this is turn 2 of the second coil, right? Is this gonna be a hard boss? Thank God it's not another mega hard boss. Yeah, thank you. Maybe. Lol. Like, okay. Maybe the boss will be hard. We'll see. There's gonna be it's either a boss or it's a wave of monsters, right? Waves of monsters or wave of mobs. It's either waves of mobs or it's going to be a boss. Or maybe both. cutscene. Second coil of Bahamut. This is pretty sick. Oh shit. Oh, is this gonna be a boss where you have to avoid? That looks like the Medusa or something, right? Okay, so there's probably gonna be a there's probably gonna be like a petrification mechanic on this one. Oh, this is like Medusa. Yeah, it looks... Probably gonna be like an evil being alive or something. Keep an eye out for the turtle. Shit, cursed? What does that do? Terrifying curse. Can I use a question on this? Oh shit. I got petrified. Shit. There we go. Okay, petrification doesn't last too long. As long as you don't die from this shit. Oh, come on. Oh wait, it's the other players that have the curse. Well, I'm gonna die now. That's what the curse does. I stand in front of someone that has a curse, I guess. We're gonna wipe on this. We're gonna wipe on this, aren't we? We wiped on this so bad. Oh, I don't think we know how it works. complete. Where do I have to go to exit this place, though? Where the heck do I... Oh, it's down over there, okay. I see it. Oh, maybe we'll try turn 3 next. Yeah, I'll queue up for turn 3 as well, I guess. This boss was challenging. The petrification mechanics for this boss is extremely challenging. Extremely challenging, it's ridiculous. Oh, it was fun though, it was really fun. Really fun boss. Turn 2 of the second coils of the Medusa thing. Monster becomes invincible if it merges with another. Yeah then, let's go. I will hurry, Boulder. It's good of you to agree to this. I trust you are ready to begin. Level sync 50, yeah, let's go. Unable to join duty finder, dang it. Is it disable duty finder? Okay. Withdraw, do this. Yes, I'm ready, let's go. Oh, hooray. Are you certain you wish to fight her alone? That is Patios you face. Better wait to test my mettle. Pray allow me to contempt the first round unaided. After all, it was this hero's legend that led me to join the Scions to begin with, without Pat, to inspire my efforts. I would not be half the warrior I am today. Your point is well made, but remember, this is for the children's sake as well as your own. Should it appear the contest will end so swiftly, I shall add my spell to your blade work. Hello, haven't you begun yet, here you? No, we haven't begun yet. You know, who are all these people? When I heard about your sparring match, I told everyone I could find. Thought you could use a crowd to cheer you on. Yes, and there are still more to come. When I mentioned Fenrir's name, the reaction was quite enthusiastic. Why, my own popularity seems but a sickly shade in comparison. You'd best claim victory, Bringer of Light. Your burgeoning reputation is at stake. Well, our teacher won't be beaten so easily. He's a master swordsman. You can win, Mr. Boulder. I'm sorry, Builder. You're not gonna win. You shall see. On your guard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I feel bad now. Should I lose on purpose? Should I lose on purpose? Just I feel bad. I feel bad now. Sorry, Mr. Boulder. Tails barely doing you justice. I'm sorry. Mr. Boulder won't lose, will he? It's not over. It can't be. I'm sorry. It was too easy. Yeah, this is not fair. This is a 2 versus 1 battle. Come on. You guys are not playing nice. See? It's easy. Oh, he looks hurt. Okay, you wanna fight? I'll fight. Oh, you're trying to freeze me, aren't you? Oh, you rezzed him. Oh, you... There we go. He's down. One down. Just need him to go down. And that's easy. He's down now. Oh, 0. Why 0? There we go. Perfect. Duty complete. You bested me. I yield. It was 2 versus 1. You didn't stand a chance. Thousand crappers, she beat them both at the same time. You knew you could lose. None can defeat the Guardian of Urza. Now I see why they send you to deal with the primals. I have much work to do if I'm ever to attempt the same. But don't worry, he's gonna be fine. Impressed as always, Medios. It was a pleasure to witness the spectacle of your martial prowess. And judging by the smiles on these faces, they too appreciate the hard-won strength that keeps the perils of the realm at bay. Guardian of Urza, that is the most fitting title. Do you recall when we first met? It was the memorial service of the Battle of Cartano. At that time, I was yet attempting to understand this land. I sought to grasp the reason why grandfather willingly sacrificed himself to protect it. I shall speak plainly. My initial impressions were less than favorable. Dire problems abounded, yet the effort I saw expanded towards their solution was haphazard and half-hearted. I thought yours and foolish and childish people. Considering the shambles their home was in, I would not have been surprised if some had chosen to swear allegiance to Gaius and the order he promised to enforce. To legate a single-minded military invasion precluded any such switching of loyalties, of course. Were it not for the desire to continue grandfather's legacy, I would have abandoned the realm to its fate long ago. The threats were too many, the nations too self-involved and unstable. It was you who convinced me the salvation of yours was possible. It was you who taught me. It was you who taught countless acts of bravery. It was my grandsire sought to preserve was not the land, nor its history, nor any single nation. It was the people, these wonderful, oft infuriating, stubborn people that suffer blow after terrible blow, only to drag themselves back to their feet to face another day. Though never put such feelings into words, I believe grandfather's admiration for this instinctual courage grew into a fervent wish to aid Urza and its inhabitants, charting a course for the future. A wish that has now become my own. I too will endeavor to take up the mantle of Guardian of Urza and champion these people who toil towards a better world. Of course, however, it's not a simple one. The trouble that plagues us are of a scale that cannot be solved by the scions of the Seventh Dawn alone. No, what is needed to tackle the root of the primal threat and effectively counter the schemes of the Ascians is a new expanded organization that operates the limitations of nations and borders. If you would aid me in building such an organization, then pray let us continue discussion back within the walls of the Writing Stone. Interesting. Thank you for coming. The world shifts altars, and me, my friend, must never be a step ahead of chaos. What I propose is the formation of a new organization. We shall pave the way for a truly united Urza. Okay. Give me determination, I guess. Forgive me if I tread over old ground, but I would first speak of a grand plan. Since the advent of the 7th astral era, leaders of the three nations have been deliberating over an accord that seeks to bring the desperate force of Urza together into a single entity. A realm-wide grand company, if you will. The military might of such an institution would be drawn from every corner of the land and directed against a threat that no single nation could hope to overcome alone. Yet, while the purpose of this hypothetical organization is undisputed, the logistics of its formation have become the source of endless debate. And the longer these discussions continue, the more I sense the impetus towards unification draining away. Thus have I been campaigning for the creation of what might be considered a trial company. It will be on a much smaller scale than what we hope to eventually achieve, but capable of the same manner of unrestricted operation according to the science. It is my hope that the successful utilization of such a force will lend momentum to the lagging deliberations. Alas, being a primarily military outfit, I mean to assuage fears of its misuse by placing the fledgling organization under the authority of the antecedent. The Scions work tirelessly to protect Urza and its people. But as you yourself have witnessed with the refugee revolt, there are limitations to what even we can achieve. With this new company under the Scion's command, however, we will be capable of responding to a wider range of difficulties without staining our resources or overtaxing your formidable talents. The goals of my proposed organization and those of the Scions are ultimately identical, a point conceded by all concerned. But before I can move forward with establishing this precursor to the true border-spanning Grand Company, it is yet necessary that I visit the three leaders and gain their official approval. A tiresome and time-consuming task, which is why I would ask that you accompany me on the journey and attend to the business of recruiting our inaugural members, while I am otherwise engaged with bureaucratic formalities. Thank you. It's reassuring indeed to know that the bringer of light and her discerning eye will be selecting our future allies. Our first destination will be Lemsa Lamensa. Let us rendezvous at Bulwark Hall. Oh, there you are. I'm ready to ascend the bridge and speak to Admiral. While the Admiral and I are finalizing permissive boundaries and signing parchments, I would have you begin the recruitment process in earnest. I have, of course, endeavored to spread the word of our organization through various channels, but I believe a personal approach will reach many who may otherwise remain ignorant of the opportunity. As for potential members, this is of no matter should they already be pledged to an institution, knowing that they are willing to lend their strength when the situation demands it, and you need it range into the countryside. The upper decks alone have populated with sufficient candidates to suit our purpose. Once you're satisfied with your recruiting effort, meet me at the airship ticket counter, and we might prepare for the next leg of our journey. Time to recruit people, I guess. We go over there, recruiting. We're gonna have to go upstairs, right? Okay. Oh wait, I have to go. Where do I have to go? How do I get upstairs? It's from here, right? Right over there. Right up here. Oh, sorry, do you want to be recruited? It's totally not a cult. Organization with the freedom to operate with territorial impunity. I must say, your proposal intrigues me. But the Krakens well know that there is a time to act and a time to watch. And I'm afraid this trial company of yours falls into the latter category. Alright, fair enough. How about you? How about a marauder? We kinda need marauders. Hello, sir. Do you know anyone that wants to join? Mr. Fellow in yours? Yes, I had heard of the formation of this trial company was in the offing. It is with regret, however, that I must decline a position as commander of the Yellow Jackets. Yeah, exactly. He's already a commander. He's not going to join. Next, we should go to over here. Okay. Who in the bloody hell do you think you are talking to, Drylander? I'm a pirate, not some sort of knight in the shining plate. If you're looking for a self-righteous folk, try knocking on the dandy Carvalian's door. Okay. And while I do my discover a mission responsibility here, keeping the coast to Forge, I have no time to be transparent. Makes sense. Turn down left here. Alright, we gotta create Alphinaud's new organization. Alright. Anchor yard over here. Hello, Ryan. Well, if it ain't patios, I not forget the venture. Brave enough or deft enough to see the shortcuts into Titan's bedchamber. You remember old Riley, don't you? From the company of heroes? Sure was Bronze Lake. Oh, I didn't left that during years. Shrink. You need to put together a new crew, talk to your work. Yeah, sounds like about right, Larka does. Alrighty, let's count me in. The heroes may have gone their separate ways, but I ain't ready to climb into the grave just yet. Oh, I found a new recruit, at least. To Alphinaud the airship decks. Alright. I need to talk to the guy for the lift. Well, your recruiting went well, Trust. I'm curious as to how my proposal was received by the rough and greedy folk of Limsa. A member of the legendary company of heroes? Yes, astonishing. I too was successful with my task. Memorable consented to sign all the mechanics requiring her approval. I can only hope that my visit with the Elder Seer proceeds as smoothly. Pray continue on Gridania at your own pace. I shall await your arrival at Nufika's altar. What's this? Oh, oops. Oh, that's the front line. Okay. That's not what I wanted to do. Well, I can just teleport there, right? Yeah, might as well. Hello, Alphinaud. How you doing? As the Elder Seer is due to commence momentarily, I would be grateful if you would once more see to the task of recruitment here in Gridania. After you deem the potential candidates has run dry, let us rendezvous at the airship ticket counter as before. Okay. So, stuff potential recruitments again. Where am I? Okay, I'm over here. Alright, let's go look for recruiting. One here, one over there. Oh, okay. I can just walk along this way and just get them all. One over here. Hello, Laurentis. Oh god, can this true be? What about a fickle fortune? Let's see, unreleased viewers. Could be that you don't remember me? I am the man whose crimes you exposed. I was a whaler, a regular patron of this Carolines. Yes, now I remember. Oh, of course you do. I was beginning to wonder if Gaul had changed me more than I realized. Not that I have any particular wish to be recognized after my shameful conduct. The last said of my past, the better, I suppose. And what of you, adventurer? What business bring you to part of Gridania? Gridania? What is your policy on the reformed convicts? As the matter stands, the wood whalers will have not more to do with me. This may be my second chance I was looking for. It's told, you say? I shall leave at once. You shall not regret this. I promise you I am a changed man. I hope so. I hope you won't do any crimes, dude. Because we're kicking you out if you do. Follow the rules and you'll be fine. Simple as that. Free realm. Over here. Alright. Recruiting the realm. Alright. Let's go over there. We must call it a day. Let us return to the guild and rest here. He returning to the back gives up on your free good. I'm terribly sorry. We were just out. Sometimes since our paths crossed outside the copper belt by mines. Why, you were barely more than a novice to measure back then. Look how far you've come. What immune tells me it was you who fell the fearsome black wolf. Now you seek stout-hearted souls to fill the ranks of the new order. Well, your cause in the village, just and my own companion here would be much relieved to be seen in good hands. Yes, sadly, this is the very thing I've spent my entire adventuring career working towards. I shall join your company just as soon as I've seen Isildur safely home. Ursendale. How are you doing, Ursendale? You offer this old man a place in your company of champions. I am both puzzled and honored by your invitation. Pray forgive me, young mistress, but I cannot accept. I have sworn to abide here for whatever scant years remain to me, and bear responsibility for the evils my lady has wrought upon this land. Okay. Well, he has to atone, so... Well, the thing is, he doesn't have to atone for someone else's sin, but I understand. He wants... It's because of his honor, right? Honor is a thing, right? Alright, let's go for the other person over here. It is not often a guild officer such as myself gets recruited, and this company of yours certainly sounds to have some promise. But its duties appear less than focused. I must refuse your invitation until such time as your investigation is more organized. Sure. But we're just starting out, so maybe once we're bigger, we'll join. For my part, the Elder Seer was most amenable of our requirements. Formerly a way learner, seasoned adventurer, our company will not lack for variety that much, certain. An interesting harvest indeed. Shall we strike into Alta whilst the iron's hot? Let us meet the royal promenade and endeavor to conclude our remaining business. Our journey draws to a close. Right now for Ulda. Oh, let's go. Gilded City, whereas one fortune defines one's worth. I hope some manner of fortune is with us and that this final act proves as successful as the previous two. When I suggest descending to the lower level before beginning your recruitment efforts, let us meet back here in the promenade when our respective tasks are complete. Good hunting. Yes. Steps nulled. Is it down here or up above? Okay, it's under me. It's right over here, right? Okay, perfect. Let's start by the arena. Gotta recruit people to our organization. I swear it's not a cult. Hello, wanna join? Yes, came down on me for that mass devil, yes. Who knows what happened? Probably be dead. And a whole lot more, yeah. That just really got me to thinking about our homeland and about the outsider who saved us from ourselves. I realized how easily I'd been manipulated and vowed to make for myself a more worthy man, so here I am. A new company of champions, and you say it will take me to all the corners? That sounds exactly the kind of opportunity I need. Sure thing, Wilfred. You're welcome to join. So to get there, I have to go down here. Ulda's pretty big when I think about it. Okay, it's Shift R that makes me stop running. Over here. Be right around the corner. Yeah, right there. Oh, what a happy coincidence. Do you remember me, perchance? I am Orson, the Church of Saint Amadama Landama. Thank you again for your timely rescue. And I must also thank you for preventing that fraudulent from preying rivals less fortunate. Yeah. It's new coverage you seek, then your proposal sounds a powerful force for good. But my place is at the church. Makes sense. Makes sense. Over here, the Weavers Guild. Hello, Yellow Moon. You wish to recruit me? Is this some new fashion? No, I don't think Yellow Moon's gonna join. Yeah, she's not gonna join. She's not the fighting type, which makes sense. She's the fashion type, not the fighting type. There's a difference between fashion and fighting. Watch two more, right? There's one there, and the other one is in the markets. Okay. Hello, Landibert. Have you come to tell me the news, soldier? Well, I've already heard. It seems the world to be the savior of holdout refugees who went and got himself killed, and not by your hand. It was just as much of a pawn as the helpless cat-off he sought to deceive. That's not why you're here? No. You'd be surprised what rumors drift down to Pearl Lane. I know of this glorious new company of yours, and just how far I'd go to avoid getting involved with it. Whispers on the streets say your organization is funded by corrupt coin, by syndicate money. If you think you're recruiting for just cause, then you're a bigger fool than I took you for. Makes sense. Company that looks to cure the ills of the realm entire? Listen, friend, I can scarce bear the complaints of the next stall over, let alone the conundrums of a neighboring nation. Okay. I'll go back to talk to Alphinaud. Where's the portal here? Oh, right over here. How fared you? What hidden gems did the streets of Ola offer up to your unrelenting gaze? A single Alamigan youth. Well, they've certainly given us an unmemorable start, even if our ranks are yet somewhat thin. In these triple years, falling calm, the talk of yours of salvation must seem akin to grasping at clouds. But there are those who have risen to the challenge. Nonetheless, in the hope that inspires these people was born in no small part from victories you yourself have won. Thank you. I will not squander the precious gift you have placed upon my keeping. These recruits will become the foundation of a new beginning. Yes, we are free to begin, as you have no doubt surmised. The Sultana also graced my trial, accompanied with her blessings. Our first wave of recruitment is over. The documents signed and the finances secure. There is naught to prevent me from taking the next step. You are concerned by the syndicate's involvement? As I was. Just was the origin of every coin, their contribution carefully scrutinized and recorded. This organization will not be built on corruption. Naturally, I would prefer not to rely upon outside sources at all, but even my family's substantial coffers could not sustain a venture of this magnitude. And as for the rumors and doubts surrounding this enterprise, well, such things shall plague us until the company has had a chance to prove its worth. It will not be an easy process, but we will earn people's trust one success at a time. Speaking of time, we should waste no more of it. Let us return to the Rising Stones and lay the first stone for a united Urza.
Tell me, General, what think you of Alphinaud's bold endeavor?
I think it is more than bold, Your Grace. His organization would pave the way for a united Eorzea. Well do I understand his impatience, since facing the common threat of the Ultima weapon, our nations have seemed farther apart, not closer together. Considering the many problems we face, should we not be glad that someone else is taking the initiative?
We have all pledged our cooperation, yet the grumbling continues behind closed doors. Ul'dah is not alone in her duplicity. I myself have doubts as to the good this organization will achieve. With the inclusion of the finest soldiers of the 3 grand companies, it promises to be a fearsome military body. But whom will it serve? Even under the watchful gaze of the Scions, it is not unthinkable that such a force could perpetrate a great wrong. Does it not concern you that a significant proportion of its financial backing came from the coffers of the Syndicate? That those unprincipled worms might forge this extraordinary gathering of warriors into a private army?
I have trust in the Scions, Your Grace. They have spared us no end of trouble at the hands of the Primals. If they seek reinforcements, I deem it unwise to deny them.
True, but the Syndicate, though, is pretty corrupt, right? The money comes from the Syndicate. What if the soldiers turn on the Scions to help the Syndicate? That might be a problem, right?
As for their finances, full many gave generously. And though our nobles proffered a sizable sum, their coin did not spill from the pockets of Lolorito and his cronies.
True.
And what of the presence of our stalwart adventurer friend in this endeavor? I doubt the Warrior of Light would betray our cause.
Yes, there is that, I suppose. Yet I have known people to change. Whether we will or no, the events of the age hurl us this way and that, like a dust devil skipping across the sands. Cannot be done about Telechi?
I have explored all avenues available to us, Your Grace. But as Ul'dah law now stands, we lack the evidence to convict him of any crime. To arrest him on spurious grounds would only play into his hands.
He has all but committed treason, and yet we can do nothing? Then what good our government? What worth the royal house? How deplorable this mockery of justice!
Have faith, Your Grace. It is not over.
Alright then, so we formed the big giant company with Alphinaud now. Big giant organization with Alphinaud. So, we'll continue this next time on Final Fantasy XIV.